Hey guys, how's it going? This is Andy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about a topic that I've been thinking about for a while, and that's the topic about embracing uncertainty and how that can improve your quality of life. So, as a person that's in their early 20s, I see a lot of friends that are very confused about life. They're worried about what kind of job they should pick, what college major they should pick, who to date, and how much money to save so that later on they can be set up for financial freedom and do what they want. And all these things can be very stressful and overwhelming and very even very stagnating because you just feel so overwhelmed that you can't progress and move your life a little bit more forward. So I just want to share with you my experiences and how I'm learning to deal with that personally, and also just the idea that you don't necessarily have to have it all figured out right then and there, and that it's just a big spectrum, and whatever you do can just help you push towards it, but you should not expect anything out of it. So I'll get more into that later, but I laid out a few points on the things that I want to talk about. And the first point is that if you embrace more uncertainty, then you will inherently lower your expectations. And the reason for that is that whenever you have an expectation of something, right? Whenever you have an expectation, you say you want a certain outcome to happen for doing certain actions, right? But that's just not how the world works, and that it sets you up for failure if it sets you up to be very unhappy and unmotivated if you don't get what you want. So, for example, let's just say you want to go work out to lose weight so that you can have a six-pack ab, or that you want to improve yourself in terms of grooming. You want to get nicer clothes so that you can go get a date, or let's say you want to get this job. You want to get this job, so you pick up this new skill set and you expect a job at the end of it. So for me personally, I was a self-taught developer, and I've always said, okay, at the end of this self-taught, I want to be able to get a job, and I was casting an expectation. And even though I was doing the right things, I was learning the right material, I didn't get that job, so I was really unhappy with myself. And the reality is that the way that I started looking at these things, whether whatever your goal you're trying to achieve, it's not necessarily that you do these things and then you get that goal. It's more like every day that you do a certain thing to help you get towards the goal, it increases the probability of you getting that goal. So I started looking at goals and achieving them more on a spectrum of probability rather than certainty. And this really helped shift my way of thinking and helped me be at peace with myself, because for a particular day, whatever actions you take to get to your goal, say for example you want six-pack abs and you go to the gym and you try to lose weight, just know that if you have a plan, if you know that every day you need a 500 calorie deficit, you need to do these sets of workouts, then if you hit those goals, then you should be able to go to sleep happy at night that you hit those goals. You shouldn't be upset that you're not getting your results, right? So this is the main thing about lowering your expectations and embracing uncertainty, in the sense that you're not always going to get what you set out to go for, and be okay with that, because it's not easy achieving hard goals. You have to be motivated each and every day to get out of bed and take those steps that are required to get to your goal. And in order to stay motivated each and every day, I fundamentally believe that you have to divorce your actions from your results and just look at your goal as more of a spectrum, and that each and every day you take an action, it helps you increase the probability of you getting to that goal. Now that we talked about limiting your downside by lowering your expectations and also embracing uncertainty, there's also an upside part of embracing uncertainty. And let's talk about that. So Jordan Peterson is very famous for talking about the idea of chaos and order. So I might be doing him some injustice by briefing over it, but the essential idea is that order is the level of stability that you need in your life so that you can get things done. So it's like a baseline level of comfort that every person needs. Just imagine your life was a full chaos. Like you're trying to make ends meet. You have to, you barely have enough money to put food on the table, and you have to worry about so many things that you can't focus on the upside. So all you're doing is in a constant state of damage control, and your mind is only focused on reducing the chaos. So you don't want to consistently be doing that. But then you also don't want to be on the other side where all you have is too much comfort and have too much order. It's nice to have order, but the thing about order is that you're already familiar with it and you're not pushing your own boundaries. If you only focus on the order aspect, then you won't grow as much as a person. So he speaks on the idea that a person makes the most progress when they're on the edge of chaos and order. So that's why it's really important to have controlled moments of uncertainty so that you can make more progression. So for example, you know that state of mind that you're really into studying and you just sit down and everything's going well and you pick things up really fast? Well, that's actually called the flow state. So you guys might not be realizing it, but in flow state, you're actually on the border of chaos and order because you know just enough to prerequisites to make progress on the particular topic. Imagine you tried to learn a higher level order of math like linear algebra or calculus, but you don't have the basic fundamentals of algebra down. That would be a very hard thing to do, and it's going to be complete chaos if you're trying to study a higher level of math while not knowing a basic level, because math builds on top of each other. But let's say you have a PhD in mathematics and you keep doing algebra over and over again. Yeah, you can solve different interesting problems, you can keep doing it, but that's not really pushing your skill level. It's very easy for you to do. You're not pushing yourself and you're not progressing yourself as far as you would have if you were to take something that was a little bit more challenging, that's a little bit unknown. So every time you want to pick up a new skill, regardless of what it is, you have to go through that process of chaos and uncertainty and feeling really stupid and feel like you're at a beginner level again. And that is fine. For example, I've been programming for a few years now, and in the face of a new language or a design pattern, I still feel like a beginner, but I realized that it's normal to feel that way and that it's okay, because that uncertainty will make me a better programmer, and I have a base level of understanding of how architectures works. When I approach a new language, it won't take me that long to pick up. All right, so now that we talked about how to mitigate your downside by embracing uncertainty, and also how uncertainty can actually help you with your upside and push you towards new boundaries, I just want to leave this video off saying that the reason I'm sharing this with you guys is because this framework has helped me stay content and has worked for me personally throughout my years as an adult, like very few years. But the idea is that basically to lower your expectations to a very low level so that whatever happens in your life, no matter what it is, it maximizes the positive aspect of it. Meaning that if you expect something very low and something better than that happens, then you become more grateful for it. So a good motto to keep in mind is to expect nothing but enjoy everything. And that risk and uncertainty is just a part of life because it really helps you build character, and that you can't really have one, so you have to live in conjunction with both of them. And also, if you are in a very uncertain period of your life or everything is very chaotic, it's a normal thing and it's all relative. People have varying degrees of it. I understand. I would say definitely look at it as a growth opportunity, and you might come out better and stronger in the end of the process. So it's okay to not know it and have it all figured out yet, because no one does. So yeah, thanks for watching this video if you stuck around until now. So thank you, take care, peace out.